you're drinking. 2 shots, let's pour it up. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Canterbury Inferno Hockey is brought to you by Brendan Hart and Harcourt's Gold. For your real estate needs, buying or selling, get in touch with Brendan Hart at Harcourt's Gold. Brendan.hart@harcourtsgold.co.nz. And by Futaporo Accountants. Not your average accountants. Futaporo take the hassle out of taxes and let you focus on what you do best. Futaporo.co.nz. Eden Health and Chiropractic, helping athletes and their families thrive. EdenChiropractic.co.nz. The Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center, fun physical entertainment for the whole family. alpineice.co.nz. And by Pinnacle Sports Physicians, specialist medical doctors giving expert advice to get you moving as quickly and safely as possible. The clinic specializes in the care of children and adolescents. pinnaclesp.co.nz.
Skating's only part of it. Alpine Ice.
Kia ora koutou. Welcome everybody to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center.
My name is Matt Chavez. I'm here with Paul Matthews today, and we're going to be calling the Auckland Steel in town to take on the hometown Canterbury Inferno. Paul, welcome to the show. Hey, it's good to see you. Glad to have you. And
yeah, thank you, Matt. We've got an absolute cracker of a game here today. In fact, to say that there is rivalry between these two teams will be an understatement. The last two seasons, the final was fought between these two teams. They both fought their way through to the final. On those occasions, Auckland Steel took it away. They're certainly the team to beat this season.
yeah, speaking of, they've been flying right up the standings. So maybe we can take a look at the standings now and just see where we're at in the W season here. Auckland Steel just really on fire, 6-0 with all the points that they could possibly get, and it is a race to figure out the seedings here. Auckland can be caught, don't get me wrong. Two wins here would go a long ways, but the reality is this might just be for seeding. The Steel might be too far away here, especially if they pick up a couple wins this weekend.
Well, you never say never, of course, and we look back to last season when Canterbury Inferno headed up to Auckland. Auckland hadn't lost a game in about 2.5 years, a round robin game at least, and Canterbury came away with 2 wins. So they certainly can do it. They're in the running for this, but it's going to be a tough game.
It is indeed. So it looks like it's really a matchup of the heavyweights in this league, and the Steel, the ones to beat here. Any interesting news here for the Inferno? I had a couple of, let's see, we had an injury report, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So we're missing a couple of key players from the Inferno, and Gabriel Gurin is going to be severely missed. They've still got some pretty good firepower here, so I wouldn't write them off at all. But Brodie Gibbons as well, who was the captain last year, of course, so she's unavailable this weekend. So they are missing a couple of their heavyweights, but they've still got plenty of firepower.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how they make that adjustment. Of course, the just kind of seeing the meeting up front when we were watching the team meeting before they took the ice, and it'll be very interesting to see how the Inferno handle the aggressive tone of the Steel. The Steel have a tendency, obviously, to they're playing fast attack, fast counter attack, and looking for quick turnovers. And that seems to be their strategy, whereas the Inferno may be a little different, where it's more of a build and set up kind of an offense.
Yeah, and I expect that they'll be throwing everything at the Steel this weekend. They know what the Steel's game plan has been this season. They know what it's taken to get close. No team's managed to get one over on the Steel, but they'll be looking to change that today. I think when you look at the starting lineups, it gives a really strong idea of the strength of both of these teams, actually. Auckland Steel up front, we've got Helen Murray, who's carrying the captaincy this weekend as well for the Steel, along with Hannah Shields, who's an Icefern, has been an Icefern for a while, and Erin Thomas, as well, from Brantford in Ontario originally, over in Canada. Hey, what we're mentioning, Erin, just a big shout out to her parents. I'm sure it's the same with some of the others here, but Erin says that doesn't matter what time, day or night, they're always up to watch the game. It'll be coming up on about 1 a.m. At the moment over in Ontario, so it'll be a bit of a late night for them. In the back line, of course, we've got Lily Hedvigi, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and Ashley Richmond as well from Calgary in Canada as well.
That one I'll get on for you. So I think it's Hedvigi, but regardless of that, Calgary versus Calgary, that is the eternal conversation of Canadians. Yep. So there you go. So for the Inferno.
Yeah, so in the Inferno, again, we've got a very strong starting lineup. Nerese Gordon, of course, at number 27 there. Jessie Strain, who came over from Queenstown this year, came to study in Christchurch, I believe. And Ange Godfrey as well in the number 69. So they are the forward starting lineup. In defence, we've got Regan Shattock, who has moved to the defence line for this game. So those who have been following along the league will know that she's been playing up front for most of this season, but they've moved moved her back into the defence alongside Taylor Wallace as well, who's relatively newbie to this Inferno team, but certainly he's got some fire.
All right, so yeah, we did have the Cruikshank in goal.
So in goal we've got Cruikshank. Now what's really interesting about today, of course, is on the bench we've got the return of Sarah Morgulis. Now she's been out with injury all season, so she's really only starting her season this weekend. Coco Cruikshank is going in goal in the starting lineup, but she's there and she's an absolute force. Over on the other side in Auckland Steel, Alexa Gibson, another Canadian actually from Toronto. She's starting. Lachlan Henry backing her up as well.
And we are just with that, we are underway. First period action here at the Alpine Ice with the Steel taking the puck. And Malari throwing it forward. Turn around by Godfrey, and we are underway.
Yeah, you can see exactly what you talked about pre-game. Their speed off the start. You know, they're not going to be playing this game slowly. So we'll just see who's got the legs to hold that speed for 3 periods.
As the Steel trying to get set up here, they're not really putting it together yet. And is that a new face out there? I'm just not quite sure if I missed that one. Hannah Shields coming up the other side. Blue line takes a shot, and Shields gets her shot knocked to the half boards. Goes to the corner, and the Inferno looking to play that out. Stays in with the Steel. Hannah Shields with a shot, and that goes deflected in and knocked away. Goes around to Hart. She leaves it, and the Inferno turn around 3-on-3. They go dump and chase. They'll get there first. No icing here.
It looks like there might have been a late start, late change on the starting lineup as well. We're seeing number 4, Steph Coverson. Now, she actually retired at the end of last year, but she's back for this game. Bit of unsettled business, I think.
And a 3-on-1 here. Horner Pascoe gives it up. Shot and a goal for the Steel. It was a good quick pass, and Malari scoring. The Iceburn opening the account today, 1-0 for the Steel on the 3-on-1.
Yeah, they didn't take them long to get started on this. Good pass over and then straight over the goalie's shoulder.
So 1-0 the score. Let's take a look at that one again as it comes in quickly. The defense struggling to get back, and just a little quick wrister over the top. 1-0 the score. Waiting on the face-off here, a couple of conversations with the score bench, and now they drop it. The Inferno have the puck.
So not quite the start that Inferno were looking for, but let's see if they can turn that around now. I think they will want to strike back pretty quickly.
Steel come back in after they've made some changes. Another shot. And it's the Inferno turning it back around. Jonker trying to get rid of it. Sends back in. Cruikshank getting rid of it. 3 Inferno players over by the puck. But it's the Steel with it. And now it's pilfered away for just a moment. The Steel have to reset.
Yeah, that was good little work from Cam Tobin there to close that down. Still having the puck, of course.
And Blong with that heavy shot that she has, takes one from the blue line, but it goes off a stick, goes up into the netting, and we get a stop in play. Everybody over the boards for New Lines.
Yeah. We've got a good crowd in the stadium here today as well, so it's good to see a good number of people come up to watch these games. Same again tomorrow at about 5 o'clock puck drop, so if you're watching this from home in Christchurch, come on down tomorrow.
Yeah, the weather will be perfect. It's been quite a roller coaster today. And we'll talk more about that. Godfrey getting rid of it. Goes up to Shattuck. Shattuck throwing it to neutral. Picked up center ice, and the Steel have it. Shields trying to get it to herself, but it's Godfrey in front of that. Gordon chases. Hidvegi throwing it forward, comes back. And there's Godfrey for the dump and chase. Shattuck gets there first into the corner. But it's Shields moving it out.
So they mount another attack.
Murray takes a shot at the blue line. And now it's Thomas at the half boards. Murray with a stick flip there for a moment. That puck stays defensive for a moment. Now it goes to Gordon, and Gordon's going to take it, go for the dump and chase, but no chase as she goes for the line change. And the Covison line back out. Millie Smith with the sort of shot, but it's going to get the face-off that they wanted. And it'll be an offensive chance here for the Inferno to try to tie this one up.
That's right. But as I mentioned at the start, Alexa Gibson in goal for the Auckland Steel. Second on the table for goalie stats, actually. Of course, number one is the other Auckland Steel goalie, Lachlan Henry.
Smith sends it to the corner. That pass going through some skates and then turned around by the Steel. They go behind the boards. Can't get it out. Smith hits it back in. It was behind the net. In front, that was a dangerous chance there for a moment, but it ricochets out. Boniface getting it as far as the red line. Now it's turned over. Malari with a chance. Shot, and that goes high over the crossbar into the glass. Stays in play. Taken away by McLean for a moment. Malari with another chance. Now the Inferno have the puck, trying to skate it out. They fight for it at the point. Covison with a good flick of the puck back to neutral. Now Blong has it. Steele trying to get set up. Blong holding it. Blong going behind the net.
Ooh.
Stuff chance, and it is blocked by Cruikshank. Glove on it, and it gets a stop.
Yeah, Cruikshank was up to that one. She saw that one coming, but there have been a couple of times so far where the defence have struggled a little bit to get back. There's been some good rushes from the Steel. So they'll be wanting to look at that as we progress on tonight.
Yeah, that the replay was the goal prior to that, and now they face off. Godfrey with a puck. As the Inferno win that one, Keith keeps it in, getting the body in front. Now Gordon trying to spin backwards, gets it to Shattuck. Shattuck passes it away, and it comes out of the zone.
It's Jesse Strain taking it up, passing on to Nerese Gordon, one of the high flyers from this Inferno team.
Now Gordon holds on to it behind the net, and that wasn't a whistle. That was just some noise from the crowd, I think, and it goes back out to Wallace. And then that's played for at neutral. It's Keith throwing it in, turning it over. Inferno have it. Junker with a backhand. Saves it for a moment. Stays in the zone, though. And the Steel cannot keep it in. They stick with possession. Hannah Shields with it. Sends it backwards, and the Steel reset with Richmond on the puck, giving it up. Back through to Shields, turned over. Inferno trying to get this one out of the zone as quickly as they can. Godfrey does just that. Comes against the half boards. Godfrey, Jonker gets it back there, and it is Tobin that was taken down there. Murray with a puck. Murray with a turnover there, and it'll be Barnett to pick it up. Over the red line, dump and chase. Barnett loses it at the half boards, but it gets picked up by a friend. I want to say that looked like Guerin there. Not sure. No, it wasn't. That was Jeffries. Jeffries loses it. And they get it at the red line. Murray kind of just flips it in. The Steel go for a line change. Will this go for an icing? Yes, it does. The icing on the Inferno. And we'll come all the way out to the defensive zone here and get a face-off.
Yeah, so explosive first sort of 6.5 minutes of the game. Setting up for another attacking move from the Steel.
Patchett and Malari to take this one. Malari wins it, goes back to the Steel. Shot at the blue line, that's deflected away. Keefe goes after it in the corner. There is a Keefe and a Keith with close numbers, so apologies in advance on that one. That's thrown in by the Steel. It'll be Matthews to go pick that up, and Barnett gets there first. Sending it around to Hart. Hart loses it off the skate. Horner Pasco plays it in the corner, gives it to Malari, but it goes just a little bit too far. Defensively, the Inferno will get that out of the zone here. Flipped forward. And it was Patchett that couldn't hold on to it. Shattuck fighting for it at the blue line. Passed away, it's Hart. Hart comes in on her own. Hart with a shot just over the crossbar as she went right through the slot and cut through the Steel defense very aggressively, and it worked perfectly. Just the shot going a little bit too high. Goes into the corner, and the Steel are working to get that out. They skate it, trying to not pass it out of their defensive zone. Blong with it for a moment. Blong with a turnaround shot. Wasn't on target, but a good effort. And that goes back to Smith. And Strain to get it out of the zone. Auckland throw it back in, and Smith there to reset. 12 minutes to go here in the first period. Jeffries with it for a moment. Now Gordon skates in. And it's Askelensky. Is that right? Did I say that right?
I've got Askenze.
Askenze.
Askenze. No doubt somebody in the chat will correct us if we've got that wrong, but
it will happen.
Yeah.
Strain getting it out of the zone. Jeffries with it now, center ice. And now Jeffries is going to try to chase that down, but it'll be Cunningham to get it first. Tunnicliffe in the corner. Steele once again skating it out of their defensive zone, choosing not to pass, and they keep going with it. And a penalty coming up here. It looks like there's going to be a hook called against the Inferno. We'll see if they can touch this up quickly. Goaltender's off the ice, and that will be enough to get the call there. And it is indeed a hook called by the referee. And who's going for that? That will be Casey Jonker.
Yeah, quite a scramble happening over that side, and unfortunately the stick ended up where it shouldn't have been. So look from here like a pretty fair call. So she'll take 2 minutes on the bench.
Yeah, that's one of those objective calls. You don't really get a choice. You see it, you got to call it. Even though it didn't really look like a tug, it was where it was. And Malari on the power play for the Steel sets up on the near point. Blong looking for a low shot and a goal. That is an outstanding shot from a very sharp angle, and the Steel quickly make it 2-0. It was a Horner Pasco special here. You'll see it as it gets passed across, but you see her come in really on the goal line and catching everybody a little bit by surprise that this was a shot. Cruikshank just a little bit too far out, but in a good position here, not expecting that to become a shot, and getting out in front and covering more. The Steel do a great job of moving the puck around.
Yeah, it was a great shot. One of those ones that physics would tell us might not be possible, but she showed us it was.
And it's Hannah Shields bringing it in quickly, and a chance, but that's knocked away on the stick. Into the corner. Shields gets it back. Shot. That one, I think, caught post and bounced away. Not sure on that, but it was another close one. And the Steel showing why they are the top team in the league. Thus far this year, they have not lost a game, and they are quickly on top of the Inferno here, 2-0. That passed in front. Richmond with it. Richmond gives it up. And Shattuck gets it out of the zone for desperately needed relief for the Inferno.
Yeah, very nice pass as well, but it didn't quite connect, so Steel have it back now.
Passed in by Covison. And it is the Steel finally kind of passing it out of their own zone. They get it taken away at center ice. Patchett looking for some help in front. Some traffic as well. Shot. Didn't get all of it there, did Godfrey. And now the Steel look to get it out of the zone. They do exactly that. Get it reset. Everybody tags up, hits the referee's skates. And the Steel looking to get something going here offensively. Horner Pasco with a good move. Horner Pasco holds on to it, takes the shot, kick save, goes as far as the blue line. It does go out. And it is Rosser playing it across the ice. Steel with McLean trying to get it back in the zone. They do temporarily. Staff backing off the boards there, as that was a tough one. And McLean. And now it's Godfrey with the puck. sends it back to the corner. Hart picks it up. Hart looking for the outlet, flips it up. Goes as far as Keith at the red line. Blong now has it. Blong skating to the far side, comes in the zone, 2-on-5. Blong still has it, turnaround shot. Not much on it, but she did her job there as she allowed the other three Steele to get a change. And now Tunnicliffe can't get that shot. Passed out of the zone. Inferno looking for at least one change there. Jeffries back out on the ice. Akinese giving it to Tunnicliffe. Murray trying to do something with it, but just gives it up. And now Godfrey looking to get it out of the zone, passes it. Hidvegi gives it up to Shields. Shields with a shot. And a glove save. So, Paul, it really does look like it's the neutral zone that kind of catches you off guard here, that the Steel are really doing a good job of possessing it in the middle third.
Yeah, that's right, and they're getting right up in it, so even the reasonably short periods that the Inferno has had possession, Steel have been right up on them and fighting very hard for the puck.
And that kind of chaotic chance goes as far as Cruikshank's goal and a glove save. The Steel going for a wholesale change, the Inferno staying out there. And it'll be Neris Gordon to, no, she is going to come off. I think she's having some problems with her helmet.
Oh, that's her neck guard, her throat guard.
Neck guard, there you go. The new reality of ice hockey. And now it's the Steel with it. They win the face-off, throw it around the backside here, but it is Matthews with it. Corner pass go. Gives it up to McLean. McLean sends it low. Keefe. And they fight for Malari with it. Malari with a low shot. Nobody saw that one coming, but it was off target.
Yeah, quite a scramble from the Inferno in the defensive zone. Matthews has it now.
And it was Shattuck getting rid of it, and then it comes out of the zone thanks to a Jesse Strain chance. No icing on the play here. I think it did get to the goal line, but judged not icing. They send it backwards. Corner Pasco trying to get rid of it to Malari. And a good play there by Kovacin. Inferno going for a chance off the right side. Shot and a glove save. They skate in and get the face-off, and that'll allow for a change of a few personnel for the Inferno, which they desperately needed right there.
Yeah, that's right. They managed to get one or two change during that whole period, and so there are a few tired legs out there. A good opportunity created there by Millie Smith, I think it was, who worked it up and took a shot, but didn't quite get it past.
Tobin lost that face-off. It's going to be a 3-on-1 if they go. Quick shot and a good save. It was Blong coming up that left side, but kind of holding and didn't cut in front and didn't pass. Looked for the small gap that was there before. It wasn't there this time, and a Cruikshank save. 6:21 to go here in the first period. 2-0 the score for the Auckland Steel. Strain coming out a little bit late. They let that happen, and we're back underway. Face-off won by the Steel. They've done a really good job at the face-off dot so far today. Up to Shattuck. Shattuck flips it forward. And that's Cunningham passing it forward.
Is Blong taking another crack at it?
Blong,
quite got past.
Yeah, Godfrey with a very good physical play on Blong. And that is the difference between that defensive chance. That goes up to Gordon if she can get there. Too much defense for the Steel in that case. Taken away by Shattuck. Shattuck with a move. She gets it, the puck peeled off her stick. And it's the Steel sending it behind the safety of their own net. Some changes out there for the Inferno. Thomas coming in off that left side. And a good hit there by Hart, putting her player into the half boards with a shoulder. Kovison. Passed in front. Thomas with a chance there. Now it's with Shields. Back to Thomas. Looking for Shields, but that's intercepted. And it's Patchett. Giving it up to Hart. Taken away by Richmond. They dig away at it. It goes in front to Thomas. Good defense there as Kovison spotted that pass and got in the way. The Auckland Steel still have the puck. They give it up now. Patchett brings it in the zone. Patchett going deep, gives it up. In front chance, shot, and that is knocked away. Best offensive opportunity for the Inferno all day. And it came on a broken play out of the corner. Matthews with it. Matthews looked up again. There's some sort of a whistly noise going on, and I think she decided that it was, I think she made a kind of a stopping motion there, thinking that the play had been called dead.
Yeah, I don't know what's causing that noise, but it certainly sounds like a whistle. Slightly different pitch, but when you're out there and you hear what sounds like a whistle, then it's on you to stop. So we'll see if we can find the source of that noise.
Yeah, that will be an annoyance to the players, but they got to keep playing there. And it's the Steel coming in 2-on-2. Leaving it back from Malari. In front chance. And Horner-Pascoe can't play that towards the net, so she holds back, gives it to McLean. Malari gives it up. And that actually hits a cable. And boy, that's an odd one. They didn't stop play with that. I'll explain that one in a little bit, but in the meantime, we keep going. McLean with it. McLean, Horner-Pascoe. Horner-Pascoe with a spin. Malari, back to Horner-Pascoe.
Yeah, just taking their time there, Horner-Pascoe, just making sure she can maintain that position.
And now the Inferno finally get it out. Given up just as quickly, and Malari goes and throws it in. So while we're going through the line change, there is a steel cable that actually is strung across the length of the rink there. That'll go for an icing call, I believe. And so what happens, you'll see it when you go to the right. Actually, Nate, if you can see that, if you just kind of right at the screen there, you can kind of see where the white, there's a steel cable that goes right through the kind of the white background that you see it there. And the puck actually hit that steel cable in play, and they kept on playing, which is what they're supposed to do, but that's why everybody kind of lost sight of it. Tunnicliffe with it. Shot in by Keith. And luckily was off target there, and Shattuck gets it out of the zone. Anyway, that was why the strange thing. It's actually a steel cable. I found out that it helps figure skaters learn how to spin. Don't ask me why I know that. I've just been here too much.
Yeah, see, it's got kind of what looks like a pulley on the end of it, so they must spin that out, and then they hold on to that or something.
It is exactly what you do with it, apparently. I've never seen it in use. Shot. And a good save there. Blong coming in through the slot there. And Krushank with the save. 2-0 the score with just over 2 minutes to go. Paul, the Auckland Steel doing exactly what you'd think they'd be doing here.
Yeah, that's right. And of course, they got that, especially that first very early one, straight off the bat, really. And then a couple of minutes later with the other, it's settled down a little bit now. I think Inferno's defence is getting a little bit more organised. But yeah, it is certainly this half is certainly all the way of Auckland Steel.
And now it's hard off the half boards, getting it out of the zone. Kovison on the chase. Past Malari. Or sorry, Murray on that one. And now Shields gives it to Murray. That's taken away. Richmond flips it around. Shields has it. Moves it across the ice. Hidvegi looking for an outlet, but she gets pinned up at the red line there. And now it's Thomas. Thomas brings it in, and it's Godfrey that picks up the puck. Passed forward to Kovacin. She leaves it behind and gets out of the zone, most importantly here. And Godfrey with a good hit, taking that off of Rosser. And that puck goes as far as the goaltender.
And of course, I mentioned the first half, the first period, of course. Too used to watching inline that has 2 periods called a half. But of course, at ICA, it's first period.
And it'll be an offensive chance here for the Inferno, trying to get the lead cut in half. But once again, the Steel win the faceoff, which has been kind of the leading story of the first period outside of the 2 goals. Warner Pascoe bringing it in, and that's turned back by Jeffries. Jeffries skates it out of the zone, looking for some sort of a break. It's 3-on-3 now. That gets knocked off her stick. Play it around. And now a chance here. It's Malari on a break. Malari with the wheels. Malari with a chance. Shoots. And that is a good glove save that goes into the back wall. The rest of the Steel were going for a line change, and Malari taking her chance, and the opportunity was there, but Krushank was better on that one. And that goes right in front. A chance again. No shot in that case. 30 seconds to go here. 32. And Krushank gets that puck, holds on to it, and gets the face-off.
Yeah, that previous one was a very good shot, actually, but as you say, Krushank just got to the fingertips, managed to knock it off course and onto the backboard. So, yes, very strong period, 27 seconds to go.
It's been interesting seeing the Inferno kind of pick up the physical play here towards the second half of this period, and that's made a difference on their defense. We'll see how they adjust. It's Shattuck up the left side. She's on her own for a moment. Sorry, we didn't get the name. That was Smith taking that shot from way back. A struggle right in front, but we get a stop by Gibson.
Yeah, there's a couple of opportunities created there, so that's what they need to be doing, is getting it up there, taking their opportunities, taking their shots. So that was a good effort. 12 seconds left.
Let's see, will that be Askenazi again for the steal? That's taken away by Shattuck. In front, Gordon's got it. Back to Shattuck, shot just over the crossbar. Funny bounce as it comes out. They swipe at it. And that is the horn for the end of the first period. One of those, kind of the worst moment for the period to end there, as the Inferno had the kind of some mojo and some bounces going for them, and then suddenly everything stops because the first period's over.
Yeah, that's right. I think they still had they'll be very happy with their period. I think they slowed down a little bit towards the end, and that was matched by Inferno really picking up the pace there and taking it to them over the last 8 or 9 minutes of that period. So, yeah, good game all side. Obviously, Steel comes off with the 2-0 ahead at the moment, but yeah, we'll see what the next periods come to.
Now, I believe we actually have an interview lined up here. We'll see if we have exactly that. We'll get this figured out.
Yeah, we do. So we've got Gabby Gurin, who, as I mentioned earlier, is unfortunately not available this weekend due to injury. But we thought we'd come and have a bit of a chat to her, how she's finding the game so far. She's just getting herself audioed up there, so she'll be with us in just 1 second. Of course, we're missing her a little bit out there today. We have seen some pretty good shots on and some good effort by the other ladies out there. But yeah, Gabby's, you can just see her at the side of the screen. There she goes. How are you, Gabby?
Good, you?
Yeah, good. Hey, just quite an intensive first period there, and of course the Steel coming away with the 2-0 at the end. What are your thoughts on the game so far?
Yeah, well, we're up against a really strong team, so I think 2-0 is a pretty good start.
Yep, yeah, definitely. And that second goal, of course, coming right from that side. I've seen you do a couple of those ones as well, but as we mentioned at the time, it's kind of one of those ones that physics would suggest wasn't possible, but you managed to get it through there. So
yeah, Coco was so close to getting that one, but it got through.
Yeah, and we're up against some, or the Inferno rather, is up against some pretty strong ice firms there as well. So some great efforts there. And in terms terms of, for your side of things, when are you hoping to be back to the front line?
Oh, well, we don't know. I got to take care of my brain, so
Yeah,
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it's like with all injuries, you've got to take these things very seriously because as much as I know you would have liked to have been out there this weekend and at future games as well, it's sort of something that can impact all sorts of things. So
Yeah.
it's a hey, thanks heaps, Gabby.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, have a good rest of the game.
Awesome.
And with that, thank you for the interview, Gabby. And we're going to go to the first intermission break. 2-0 the score with the Auckland Steel out front. Will be very interesting, Paul. Just before we go, I do have to say, it'll be very interesting to see how the physicality either picks up or doesn't pick up. I think that's going to be key to the way that this game progresses throughout.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a game of momentum, and we saw the Steel take that early momentum. Really, that first sort of 10 minutes or so of the period, they were all over it, and it was their game. It started to even up a little bit towards the end, and Inferno almost had it over them in that last minute or two. So if they can keep that momentum up, keep that physicality up, we'll have a very interesting second period.
All right, we'll see you in about 10 minutes for second period action here at the Alpine Ice. Thanks, everybody.
Canterbury Inferno Hockey is brought to you by Brendan Hart and Harcourt's Gold. For your real estate needs, buying or selling, get in touch with Brendan Hart at Harcourt's Gold. Brendan.hart@harcourtsgold.co.nz. And by Futaporo Accountants. Not your average accountants, Futaporo take the hassle out of taxes and let you focus on what you do best. Futaporo.co.nz. Eden Health and Chiropractic, helping athletes and their families thrive. EdenChiropractic.co.nz. The Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center, fun physical entertainment for the whole family. alpineice.co.nz. And by Pinnacle Sports Physicians, specialist medical doctors giving expert advice to get you moving as quickly and safely as possible. The clinic specializes in the care of children and adolescents. PinnacleSP.co.nz.
out of it. Alpine ice.
Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Kia ora koutou. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice. It is that time again, the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association Under-12 Super League.
Pretty good skills.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Paul, you want to call this one? Here, why don't you call these guys?
Some pretty good skills on display out there, actually. A great shot on goal. Unfortunately, we don't know any of their names. I know a couple of them, but most of them their names. So we're just going to go by numbers and positions. But it's coming around the side. Oh, it's little Declan Laws who chasing after it now, number 12. Looking for his options, flicks it through. I'm not sure who that is, but it was a great pass to her. And the Spiders. Now, of course, for those that aren't familiar with this under-12 league, they're all themed on superheroes. Great opportunity to get up on the ice. They generally play cross-rink 3v3. Yeah, they really start off with all skills. The ones that we're seeing out there have been doing it for a little while. But if you've got a little one interested in coming and giving it a go, it's a great league to get involved in.
Yeah, I'll read the official one just so I don't get in any trouble here. But you're exactly right, Paul. Today we have the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association's Under-12 Super League competing during this intermission with the Spiders and the Bats. If you have it, yeah, it's the Bats on this one. Oh, 5-hole there. If you have a child who might be interested in giving ice hockey a go, the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association has a Learn to Play program that offers a free trial session with all gear included. To learn more, just Google Canterbury Ice Hockey Association or visit the website, which is ciha.org.nz, to arrange a free session. Paul, take it over.
Yeah, it's a great way to get introduced to the game. Ice hockey sometimes has a bit of a reputation at the higher end of things. It is a very physical game, but for these youngsters, they're well kitted up, well protected. They have a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, it's important to point out too at the U12 level, they're playing. If you may not be able to see it, but it's a blue puck, and it's not the full rubber puck or anything, and obviously they're all geared up, but it's a little softer.
Yeah, that's right. As I say, they have a huge amount of fun out there. There's number 18 from the Spideys. Oh, good intercept there from the one person whose name I do actually know, Declan Laws again. So he's going to get a lot of call-outs over these minutes. Oh, here we go.
All post.
Yeah, it was a great little shot, but slightly too far to the right and tapped the post there. Out of zone, here it comes again. Number 18 chasing it down now for the Spideys. And here's an opportunity, number 21. The goalie is up to it though. Coming out of his crease a little bit, but he's back now. Another shot on. Oh, great save by the goalie there. Excellent shot and excellent save. So, yeah, good job. Now, here comes number 21, bringing it up the side there. Coming into the middle, takes a shot. Oh, and it bounced,
wow.
Oh, it bounced over. I thought it bounced in there for a second. It was a great little shot. Good little lift of the puck. And as you can see, they play a cross rink in the under-12 league, so a lot of play, and lots of nice close-in work. So yeah, lots of action. Every 2 minutes or so, they ring a buzzer. The next line comes on, so they can kind of like ice hockey at all levels. They can come on and really give it a burst of energy, come off, catch their breath, and then straight back on again.
Actually, I think if nobody's been here before to see it, it's interesting when we get here before the game. They actually put up a little barrier up the blue lines, and that allows them to play 3 games at the same time, so it gets a lot of participation. So there's not a lot of sitting on the bench. There is a lot of back and forth play, as you said, with the buzzers and everything else, but they keep 3 rinks active at the same time.
Yeah, it's a great thing to see. And of course, if you check out the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association website, that'll tell you when the times are. If your little ones want to just come down and have a look, I'm sure that's fine as well. But they can get that free first session as well. Great goalie action here. I'm really impressed with the goalies at both ends here. They're really up to the task. There's been some great shots on, and I think there's only been, maybe 2 that have made it through.
Make it 3.
Of course, there we go. There's the commentator's curse. We all knew it was coming, didn't we?
Well, the Selly was just as good, so that was well practiced.
Yeah. Oh, another shot from behind. It's up there. And that might be the end of their game for today.
Good call there, Paul. And we will leave it there and come back to action in probably, I don't know, just about a minute as the two teams have come back out and they're on the bench now. So we'll leave it there and go to a quick commercial, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Kia ora koutou. Welcome back, everybody. That wasn't long, was it?
Yeah, standing ovation to our under-12s there from both the Steel and the Inferno players. The crowd over the other side, as I said at the start, we've got good numbers here tonight, but this is what they've come to see.
Well, the long shifts long changes will be in order here for the second period. The team's back out on the ice. Team stripes ready to go, and it'll be second period action. 2-0 the score here in favor of the Auckland Steel.
Coco Cruikshank returning to the goal for the Inferno, and Alexa Gibson as well for the Steel.
And we will get underway here in just a moment. We drop the puck and we are underway. Second period action here at the Alpine Ice, with Thomas throwing it forward to Shields. Shields with a shot. Oh, and everybody needs to be awake now, because that hit a shoulder pad, went out of play, but shot in about, well, didn't feel like 11 seconds rolled off that clock.
No, and wanting to start the second period in the same way they started the first, so an early shot on goal.
Shields wins yet another faceoff, but that goes out of the zone. That's okay. The Inferno have it anyways. Covison with it. Good move. Takes a shot. That's knocked away by Richmond as it never gets on target. Good defense there by the Steel. And now Thomas eliminates the offensive threat for the moment.
Lucy Boniface picking it up now and seeing what she can do with it. Followed on by Millie Smith, who's trying to break it out, but had it taken off her.
And it's Covison in the corner. And Inferno continue with that heart, trying to play that back and safely, and it goes behind the goal a third time. Covison with it, tries to flip it out, doesn't go all the way out. McLean keeps it in, chance in front. Malari gets a quick pass to, who was it that took the shot? It was Horner Pascoe that took that shot. Yeah, Cruikshank with the save, and more danger from the Auckland Steel.
Yeah, a bit of a loose puck right where the Inferno wouldn't have wanted it, straight in front of the goal, but fortunately Coco Cruikshank was able to collect it up in a glove, and we're about ready to drop again.
Malari and Tobin to take this one in the defensive dot, and Tobin wins that face-off, and the Inferno start with possession this time.
Is Tobin again?
And it's Tobin coming out, and that's passed forward by Jeffries. Jeffries brings it in the zone. Rosser cuts her off at the pass. And that is McLean trying to get that one out. Horner Pascoe holds on to it. Skates, now passes it. Goes back across the ice to Malari. Intercepted, and the Inferno have it. Kicked forward, but not away, as it was Matthews having a bit of trouble getting rid of that puck. Steele getting it out to Cunningham. Cunningham holding on to it, passes it away. And it's Tunnicliffe sending it forward. Askenazy playing it. And that goes out of the zone. They have to reset. Cunningham has it. Some problems there for the Steel defense, as they had the puck taken away, and now the Inferno have possession. Gordon fumbles it for a moment. Inferno with it. Jeffries plays it. Now it comes back out. Gordon has to chase this one down. It's Askenazy again. In front, takes a shot. That is deflected away before it gets through. And sent around by the steal. That was Keith trying to get rid of it. The Inferno still on this one. In the corner, comes out halfway, and now they play it out 1-on-2 as Gordon goes in the zone, takes a shot, or kind of a pass-through shot to herself, goes off the backboards, in front, slot chance. Nobody there, Boniface throwing it forward. It's not on target as it was looking for a deflection. It did not come, and now the Steel run it out the right side. They bring it in the zone, but the blue line trap catches them. Now they go back in, give up possession, and it's the Inferno up the left, looking for some help. A long shot in, and as the puck goes behind, it's Hart with it. Hart rips one. It gets knocked down in front. And that puck goes halfway out. Now it does go out into neutral, and Hart collects it as the Inferno have a good chance there for the first time in a while. Kovison with it now, takes it in the zone, goes as far as the steal, and then comes right back out to Godfrey. Godfrey looking around, passes it across the ice to Hart. That line with Patchett and Hart has been out there for a little while. They may be looking for a change here. Godfrey's going to bring it in, throw it deep. Do they go for the change? Well, a little bit. Godfrey does come off. And then Richmond plays it away to Horner Pasco. She's in the corner trying to get rid of it. Now Hart chases it down, gets it first, looking for the pass into the crease, can't play it. Sends it around the kick plate over to Kovison. Kovison has it, looking for some help. Holds on to it, then it gets taken away from her. And a good pass as that goes just as far as Shields. Going forward, shot. And a good save. Horner Pasco with a good wrist shot and a glove save by Cruikshank.
Yeah, another good explosive start to the second period there. We're seeing actually both teams really firing everything at it now, and I think they're really battling to see who can get ascendancy in the second period.
And it's Malari and Tobin at the face-off dot this time. Stick down, and it is the Steel with the puck. They send it around the goal. Goes as far as Horner Pasco into the corner, goes out to Rosser, but Rosser can't play it. Malari tracks it down, looking for the pass in front, a chance. Keefe could not pull the trigger, but they had a good look at the empty goal for a moment. Pass forward, good chance. Save there as it was a Horner Pasco seeing eye pass that nearly went into the net. And now Jeffries plays it forward. Rosser has to chase it down. Rosser goes down. They're going to get a call on this, and the Inferno will go into the penalty box. It looks like it will be Jeffries, who was a little bit too aggressive, and will go 2 minutes for tripping.
Yeah, so for Jeffries, it was good take right down the side from the defensive zone all the way out, but unfortunately a stick again ended up under the skate. I didn't quite catch who the other Steel player was, but yeah, certainly got under a stake and sent her flying, so fair call.
Askenazi wins that face-off for the Steel, and they set up on the power play. Long sends it the length of the width of the ice, gets it back, shot, and it goes just over the crossbar. Cruikshank watches that one go by, and does that get out? It does. The Steel have to reset their offense. Long with it. Long passes. Malari looking for Askenazi. Goes into the corner. Long has it again, passes it, gets it back. She's going to walk it in a little bit. Good physicality by Godfrey again, taking Tunnicliffe out of that play and causing that one to be disrupted enough that Long has to go back and reset. Minute 12 to go on the power play. Blanc comes in the zone, takes it herself up the left side, holds on to it, skates around the net, looking for help, but holds on to it, looking for that pass, then gives it up to the half boards. Malari waits on it. Inferno playing that passive box, and that shot gets deflected, and now there's a race. Shields with it, and Gordon. Shields gets to it first, taking the better angle to the puck. And Gordon backing off because they're on the penalty kill. Patchett trying to get rid of it. Now it comes in the zone for a moment. Now goes back out. And a chance. Patchett has it. But instead, she wisely plays it around the goal and goes off the ice. And it's the Inferno killing time here with 23 seconds to go on this power play.
A couple of quick changes there with Barnett and Kovison coming on. And Steele bring it up to have one more crack at it.
That's turned away by Murray, I think it was, that had that over Richmond. Time up on the penalty. Jeffries comes out of the box. Puck still stuck in the corner. No, it's not. It comes out where we couldn't see it. The length of the ice, and it'll be Jeffries that gets there first to avoid an icing. She overskates it, gets held up. No penalty there, of course, because there was a hook, but it was caused by the player themselves. So we continue on, 2-on-3. They hold up at the line. And it'll be Tobin slapping it away, giving it to the Steele. Shot from distance. Good shoulder save, but a rebound. And we continue out with the Inferno trying to get that out of the zone. They can't do it. The Steele doing a good job holding on to the offense. And it's Warner Pascoe shot. And she was all alone for a moment in that slot area, but that shot too central, and Krushank with a save.
Yeah, she's kind of everywhere, Warner Pascoe. She's likes to skate it around, bring it in, create her own opportunities there.
Yeah, but that time was a little different. She didn't stay on the outside. She cut in just in time to give herself some room. And that's why we've got a 21-5 shot difference on this. It's still 2-0. The Inferno doing a pretty good job of keeping this one close, but they need to start turning around some of the offense and getting some quality chances here if they intend on staying in this game. And the Steele are doing a pretty good job of bossing the game, but they're just not closing out some of these chances, which is exactly what the hometown Inferno want. Long with it. Long going through the neutral zone. She's going to keep it herself, but gets the puck taken right off her tape. Does that go out? It does. Kovison with it. Kovison bothered by Askenazy. And now Blong with a shot. Good save there, blocker save. She was skating in pretty quickly, harassed, but still a good chance for the Steele. And the Inferno keep them off the board. They dig away at it, 2 in the corner. And it is the Inferno that come away with it. Hart on the chase. Hart wins that battle. Cuts in, takes the shot. All covered up there, but a good chance. And then that's Gordon going after it in the corner. The Inferno with a good lineup out here to get a chance to cut it in half. Now Godfrey has to take it out of the zone as she was just over the blue line. That puck gets deflected. Shattuck chases Shields. Shields throws it in, and that is offsides as it was fumbled at the blue line and brought in a little late.
Yeah, on the Inferno side, Nerys Gordon's having a good game out there as well. For those that are fans of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, you might recognise that name Nerys, which is quite unusual. Nerys Gordon was actually named after Kira Nerys in that series.
And that's Gordon with it. Shot, and that one not fumbled by Gibson, as Gordon was kind of in a bad position to take a big shot, so instead she just flips it up, hoping for a rebound on the changeup. None coming from Gibson, and they'll get a face-off in the offensive zone. Oh yes, the Chuck-a-Puck after period 2. You just saw that on the big screen, so that'll be an interesting one. They steal with the puck. They win the faceoff. Horner Pascoe has it. Horner Pascoe looking to set up the escape. They do exactly that. Come up the red line. 3-on-4. That again is offside as Malari jumped the line. And we'll do it again, but this time from neutral ice. So it's been an interesting start here, Paul. The first 9+ minutes of this period again seem to be a little bit tilted towards the Steele, but the counteroffensive chances that the Inferno have been pretty reasonable.
Yeah, they've certainly lifted, and their defence has been up to it this half. Obviously, we saw that very early shot within, 10-11 seconds of the period. But other than that, Inferno's been pretty good at holding them off.
Deflected by Rosser. That's going to go deep, and played by the Steele in that behind the goal line area. Patchett trying to get rid of it, but you can't. And it's going to come up by Malari. She takes it in herself to make sure she's not offside. Looking for the pass in front. Chance! Oh, and what a save there as that puck went through the crease. Krushank up for the challenge, and that was a challenge. Yeah. Steele continue with the offensive pressure here. Try to pass it out to the player in the middle there, which was Keith. And now that pass, they again try to get into the middle shot. That's deflected away. Ashkenazi not able to get that one on target. That comes out as far as Blong. Blong and skating circles around here. Ashkenazi with it. Ashkenazi trying to get rid of it, but instead that's turned over. Inferno throw it deep, go for a line change. Jeffries gets out there first. Jeffries is going to play it and get there first again. Now it's turned over. The Steel look to get broken out of jail here, and they do just that. The back and forth has started. This is what you kind of see on second periods when you have the long shifts or long bench changes. And now Gordon's going to get it on the far side for the Inferno. Gives it up. Does that go out? Yes, it does. That one flipped up. I think it was Richmond with a little flip, and it caught the net and went on the other side of the boards.
Yeah, that's a lot of up and down action out there. So yeah, both sides creating opportunities, both sides getting themselves into shooting positions, but you still have to give it to the Steel at the moment.
And Shields wins another face-off. Steel with it. Although Tobin's had a good day at the dot so far. That just has been a strong point for the Steel, and that's a really bouncy puck out there. I was noticing that for the most of the second period, it's just been kind of, well, actually most of the game, it's been very fluttery. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. That Richmond throwing it forward. In front, a chance, and that's kicked in front. Nobody could hit anything with their stick to get a shot off. And I'm fumbling over my words. It happens, but the Steel have it now, looking to get something set up. Goes as far as Hidvegi and thrown into the corner. And now they dig out the half boards. That's going to come out as a chance here for the Inferno. Oh. Shot. And another shot. And was that Gordon on that? No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Chance in front. It goes out to Barnett. Deflected away, but held on to. And now a 3-on-2 developing for the Steel. Malari with it. Malari with a chip shot that only goes on the side of the netting, if you saw it there. It was outside. And play on here. The back and forth nature of this second period continues. Rosser with a pass in. Goes as far as Horner Pasco. Now Malari collects. Nope, she's pinned off that particular board there. Hits the glass, comes around. Horner Pasco with it. Continues to play, now gives it up. Malari to Rosser. Rosser gives it up, they go down deep. Pass in front, shot on, another good save. Krushank doing the job, keeping it out of the net from Malari once again.
Yeah, it was interesting watching Ricky McLean in number 17 for the Steel, hanging out in position, just back a little bit, calling for the puck. She reckons she had a pretty good open chance from where she was, but they didn't quite get it to her.
And it's good to see McLean back out on the ice. I hadn't noticed that, but she came back from a pretty big injury herself, so good to see her out here. Steel with it, still holding on to it. Cunningham fighting 3 players off for a moment, and then it's Patchett with the puck. Patchett looking for the outlet pass. And it goes as far as Hart. Hart leaves it behind as she was trying to get on a breakaway there. Blong has it now. Blong gains the zone. Blong with the move. Left the puck behind. Picks it up off that backboard. In front chance. Now goes to Cunningham. Takes a shot, doesn't get through, hits a shin pad and comes out of the zone. Goes as far as Keith. Hard on the forecheck. Keith sends it through, and it's Wallace picking it away. Thrown in, and Cunningham's going to chase it down for the Steel. 6 minutes to go here in the second period. A very high action period, even though there haven't been any goals scored. Shattuck throwing it into the other corner. And it's Godfrey picking it up, passing it away. Moved it back, given up. Gordon can't hold on to it, chopped away. Steel chase. And Murray gives it up. Gordon jumps in front, tries to pass it, gives it up, and that pass, or that shot rather, is deflected, goes up high and hits the boards coming down, and that's flipped forward. Sent back in, offside for a moment, but Tunnicliffe is going to get there, and the Inferno have tagged up. Godfrey, off that half board. Passed away, and it's going to go out to Boniface to try to recollect it. No, it's going to be the steal coming through. Shields holding that puck away, holding the player off of her just for a moment, and it goes out high. Richmond with a shot. That's not quite quick enough, and bounces into the corner. Shot by Shields, just off target. Another good chance there for the steal. Now they're going to go for a change. Inferno get it out of the zone, but the defenders stay out on the ice. Corner Pasco had it for a moment. Now it's turned over, and the Inferno have it at center ice. Jeffries gains the zone. Jeffries holds. Jeffries shoots just a little right. Big rebound shot. Gibson in the right spot. They try a wraparound, and Gibson gets the stop as she puts the glove down.
Yeah, good offensive effort there from the Inferno. Some great play out there. We see Katya Blong taking a lot of shots for the steal. You can see why she's holding the top point score for the season so far on 19 points before this one. She plays in McGill University in Montreal as well.
Patchett wins that. Barnett takes the shot, low runner, and it hits the kick plate, comes out quickly. Off the wall, good pass there, but it doesn't go out of the zone. Turned away, Patchett has it. Patchett holds, Patchett shoots! Deflected up, and it hits the goal stick and goes up into the netting for another face-off for the Inferno. 4:05 to go here in the second period. 2-0 the score, no goals here in this second frame. And they're going to choose to put it on the left side. The preferred option for Patchett to draw that back. Look for this to come back to Wallace maybe. And it doesn't matter, the Steel win that one. They go back defensively around the goal, throw it off the boards. And Wallace can't get in front of it, but it is turned over. Patchett throwing it forward. Patchett looking for the change, but instead it's Hart for a moment. Covison and Hart connecting there for a moment. And now Keith with it. Godfrey playing it away. Shot by Patchett, that's deflected, comes in. Wallace with it. Wallace takes a shot, and that was a close one. Good kick save, goes into the corner. And then that puck goes the length of the ice. That'll go for an icing, assuming that the race is won. No, it's not. It was outrun by the Steel there. Askenazy with the wheels, getting there and negating it. They fight for it, continue with it. It does go out of the zone. Now the Inferno try to chop at it. Hart playing it away. Covison with a good pass. Godfrey taking it in the zone. Godfrey looking shot, high shot, glove save, and a stop for Gibson. Face-off coming up.
And we talk about that momentum again in the last 2 or 3 minutes has certainly been going Inferno's way. They will be disappointed not to get that icing, but as I say, they were outskated down there. They would have liked to get back into the offensive zone and have another crack at it.
Gordon to take it, she wins it, it's deflected away, but the Steel jumped the circle, and they had it for a moment. And it's strained, it puts it into the corner for Gordon, excuse me. Gordon skates through a couple of players there. Now it's Smith that has to collect it. Millie Smith throwing it forward. Shattuck with it now. Shattuck leaves it. Boniface has to play it under duress. Now Strain with it, passes it forward. Gordon whiffs on the shot, but chases it in, and she's still gonna get a stop from Gibson, as that was the right play, is to just put the glove down and get a stop.
And of course, in an icing situation, if the attacking player is first to the puck, the icing will get waved off, which is what happened a minute or so ago. So sometimes when you're chasing down an icing in your own defensive zone, you kind of think it's going to go, and if you don't see the attacker coming, then that can happen. So.
Horner Pasco wins that face-off, and now has the puck, looking to skate her way out of the defensive zone. Tobin on the chase. Brought in by Keefe. Passed forward, chance, and that shot goes whizzing by as it was off target, deflected stick there. And that goes out to neutral. Steele with another good chance. Keefe throwing it in for a moment. It'll be Barnett getting there. Turned over to Malari. Malari looking. Rosser sends it low. Horner Pasco on the cycle. They're rotating. Horner Pasco in front, shot, and a stop, and an inadvertent whistle in this case. I think it was assumed that it was a glove save, but it was no such thing, and we'll get a face-off in the defensive zone for the Inferno.
Yeah, they tried a really good move there from the Steel. You saw them moving the puck, taking their time, getting themselves into position, and then taking the shot.
Krushenk way out of her net there, just playing far up just to cut off every angle. Interesting approach to it. The Inferno win that face-off and win possession. Does it go out of the zone? It does now.
The good work there from Taylor Wallace, just slowing that down and getting the turnover.
Kovison with a shot, and it's in the glove for another save by Gibson with 1:15 to go in this second period. We're going to get another chance for the Inferno to get something on the board here and cut this lead in half. Patchett in front to Hart, but she tried to pass there or couldn't shoot the puck, and she was in a really good spot for a moment. And now it's Godfrey playing it. Godfrey takes it off Tunnicliffe. Askenazy with a good pass to get it out to Blong, but that's taken off her stick. They were offsides for a moment, so the Inferno had to clear. Kovison doing a good job of skating towards the puck there, and that comes in offsides as Hidvegi had gone. No, it wasn't Hidvegi, sorry. It was 23, Askenazy, that had gone over the blue line.
Yeah, that's right, 45 seconds left in the second. I'm not going to put any predictions in for the next 45 seconds. The commentator's curse has already struck a couple of times tonight.
And moving everybody out enough here. It'll be Shields to take that against Gordon. Shields wins that one back. And the aforementioned Hidvegi with that puck for a moment. Shields had it. Now it comes back out of the zone. And everybody kind of coming together on that, but forgetting the puck. Now Shields has it. It's taken away right off her stick. It's Shattuck doing her best to try to get that puck away. And now Gordon with it. Richmond gets it for the steal. Strain on the pressure. Gordon to chase this one down. Gibson plays it, leaves it. Richmond gets there first, passes it to the half boards. Now goes just over the stick of Gordon, and it comes out of the zone. No icing here because that's the horn, and the second period is over. So Paul, I can't actually put it in my mind. I actually saw a lot more action in that second period, it felt like, but nobody scored for 30-some minutes at this point. What's going on?
Yeah, that's right. I think Inferno really have picked up their game, and you saw that in the last few minutes of that first period as well. The Steel tried to really take it to them again at the very start of the second. In fact, almost repeated their start from the first period with a very strong shot on goal. But from that point on, it's been pretty even. Inferno will be happy coming out of that period, I suspect, and they'll be wanting to turn it around in the next one. And I think
we talked a little bit about the physicality. It feels much more even, almost like they were a little afraid to get physical at the beginning. And the goals, well, they showed up, and then they figured out, hey, we can play with this team. We can play physically, and it's been even ever since.
Yeah, that's right. And there are a number of younger players in this Inferno team as well. It is quite a young team. There's a few of them out there who are playing their first few games wearing the red. So I think some of them are just starting to come into their own here. And really, as you say, once you're two behind, you've got to kind of put that aside and just get on with it. And I think that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, and I think 2 goals can come quickly at any given point. So it's nothing to get too upset about it. You don't want to go down 3 or 4-0, but 2-0 still 2-0 when it was. And here comes the Chukka puck. I love seeing these. It's kind of a tradition here. We've got an interview for you. Let me go ahead and turn that up.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got Helen Murray, who is the captain of the Auckland Steel for this weekend. How are you going, Helen? It looks like it's a lot of work out there.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. You know, Christchurch is always a really hard-working team and they're physical. And we knew that when we came down here, so we're ready for it. But yeah, it's hard work.
Yep, you'll be very happy with the very start of this game, especially scoring that first within first minute or so, and then the second one quite early on as well. We've seen it start. The momentum kind of shift a little bit throughout this game. Still, probably you'll be generally happy, but you probably would have wanted to put more on the board in that second period, would you?
Oh, look, we're focusing on our systems. We're focusing on playing the game we want to play at our speed, and we know that if we're patient and we keep doing that, good things are going to come. And you know, there's a lot of really good chances there. I think we were pretty unlucky not to score a few, so you know, we're not too stressed about it. We're just going to keep playing our game. Yeah,
I've got to say, very well organised team out there. We're seeing some great moves. Obviously, you've been working together and practicing together for a long time, but some great shots on there. And I think you know, Coco Cruikshank in the goal there has kind of kept them in it to an extent. And as you say, some pretty good shots on that you would have liked to have got through. What are you thinking for period 3?
Yeah, look, we know we need to come out with more intensity. The third period's kind of where you make or break when it comes to speed. And so we just make sure we focus on coming out with all the energy and not getting caught up on the things that aren't working. You know, there's a couple of bouncy pucks and the ice is not quite what we're used to, but we're just going to have to come out with intensity and make it happen in the last period.
Yeah, excellent. Hey, thanks a lot for joining us, Alan, and all the best for period 3.
Thanks, guys.
Well, I think she said it exactly right. I mean, you can talk about physicality, and we have the first 2 periods, but I think she's right on having the legs and the speed in the third period. I think that actually kind of translates, because either you've been physical and you're prepared and you can skate and outskate your opponent coming up here in the third period, or you're going to end up paying the physical price. And I think we're going to see whether or not the systems break down, because she was exactly right. You got to continue to work and play your systems. And the Inferno had a pretty good run of it there in the second period, kind of interrupting things and getting in passing lanes.
Yeah, well, as you said right at the outset, actually, they still like to play a very fast game. They like to play a very physical game. They like to bring it to the teams they're playing against. The Inferno's fighting back, and as you say, they'll be coming out of that period pretty happy, I think. But it's who can last, really? Who can last the distance when we head into this third period?
All right, well, we'll leave it there. After 2 periods of play, it is still 2-0 with the Auckland Steel up on the home team here. The Canterbury Inferno doing their best to try to even things out. We will be back in about 9 minutes to bring you third period action here at the Alpine Ice. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll see you shortly.
Canterbury Inferno Hockey is brought to you by Brendan Hart and Harcourt's Gold. For your real estate needs, buying or selling, get in touch with Brendan Hart at Harcourt's Gold. brendan.hart@harcourtsgold.co.nz. And by Futaporo Accountants. Not your average accountants, Futaporo take the hassle out of taxes and let you focus on what you do best. Futaporo.co.nz. Eden Health and Chiropractic, helping athletes and their families thrive. EdenChiropractic.co.nz. The Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center, fun physical entertainment for the whole family. alpineice.co.nz. And by Pinnacle Sports Physicians, specialist medical doctors giving expert advice to get you moving as quickly and safely as possible. The clinic specializes in the care of children and adolescents. PinnacleSP.co.nz.
Alpine Ice.
Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, like it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Kia ora koutou, welcome back everybody to the Alpine Ice. I promise there's a camera here somewhere. It is kind of dark in the arena though. There it is. Hey, look at that. There we go. It's a party in here, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah, certainly is. Certainly is. A few people dancing. That's mainly the players. Getting ready to get back on. They had a bit of mid or between period activity here as well. Bit of chuck-a-puck.
Oh, it's a good time. It's really good. You know what? It's not like the weather's any good for anybody to be outside right now. So what I was going to talk about, and I said I would get back to this. The thing is, it's June. So for those of you that are watching in the Northern Hemisphere, imagine December, right? It's 26 degrees today. If that's foreign to you, think 80 degrees. For a place, it was the hottest it had ever been in a June today here in Christchurch. So I blame you, Nate. Thanks for moving down here. There you go. I got a good laugh out of the cameraman there. Nate, thank you very much. That has maybe played into this a little bit because the ice has been chunky. I think Captain Murray said something about that on the interview, and rightfully so. It is tough. This is like a summer's afternoon, but for those of us that have been up here, I've been told that as expected about 90 minutes ago, it started coming down. So it's been a weird one. It was 18 degrees at midnight this night, prior night. It's still warm out there. It's raining like cats and dogs. We've got a net guard coming off, and it is still 2-0. So we've got all the goal lights checked out. Horner Pascoe coming out with the start here, and we're going to get underway. Third period action here at the Alpine Ice. Inferno winning that face-off, and we are underway. 2-0 the score. It is the Auckland Steel with the lead and throwing a shutout at the moment.
They'll be wanting to start this period like they started the last two with some fast action and shots on. They've managed to make their way up into the attacking zone.
And Murray gives that one up. That's going to go around the boards. They're trying to get that out, but the cycling's been really good for Auckland to start with. Low shot there by Shields, and that's knocked aside, sticked away into the corner. Given back to Shields, chance shot, and a good shoulder save as the Steel try to get the pressure right on, like you were saying, Paul. Immediate pressure by the Steel to try to get this lead extended by the current league leaders. That plays into the corner there for a moment. Horner Pascoe giving it back. Shot in front. And was that Murray or Malari on that one? But it was Murray. Didn't get all of it. And the Inferno finally looked like they might be able to get, they do, back to neutral after a sustained possession by the Steel. They hold on to it. New players for the Steel as they go over the boards. Smith bringing it in, leaves it shot. You might see some rain coming down from the rafters up here. It's actually condensation, but still it's really muggy in here. Gordon chasing that down. And it comes out, it's Blong with it. Blong skating all three lines. Blong giving that one up. Askenazi not able to pull the trigger on that one. Good defense. Some rubbish on the ice. They just go right on by. And it's Shattuck coming up the left side. Getting to the puck first. Looking for Gordon. Goes in front. Gordon gets her stick lifted. Ends up into the boards. Auckland can't turn that one back. And there's Shattuck. Might catch the Steel on a line change here. That is not the whistle we were looking for. That, once again, is that noise. It almost sounds like maybe it's almost a fire alarm of sorts, but we continue play here. Matthews with it. Matthews loses the puck, turned back, taken away, and it is Malari coming up 1-on-2 on her own. Good defense there as Kovison sweeps the puck into the corner. Malari looking for that pass. It goes out to Keefe. Keefe leaves it behind. Turned around. It's Kovison 1-on-2. Kovison holds on to it for a moment. Allows for the line change and still fights for it. Patchett has it now over the blue line. Patchett gives it up.
Here we go.
Shot. and goal! There it is for Hart. Over the corner, over the shoulder, 2-1, and the Inferno have cut the lead in half.
Wow, what a fantastic goal that was too. We saw the Steel do this in the first couple of periods, come out firing, really throwing everything at it. Third period, it was the Inferno's turn. They brought it up, created about 3 opportunities in a row actually.
And there's the shot. Oh, she just did a great job. Just that slight move, looking like she was going to curve in on that and left it outside and went high and right. What a move, what a shot, and 2-1 the score. Patchett to take this one against Shields. And if anybody just woke up the beast, the Auckland Steel are aware that this game is just a 1-goal difference. They've got their perfect record on the line today, of course. And it's the Inferno breaking out. They're going to have another chance at this here. It's Patchett. Patchett pulling it into the corner, and the crowd's into it now. Goes behind to Shields. Shields looking for an outlet. Takes it herself. Gains the zone. Murray. And then it's taken away. Godfrey. And Patchett gives rid of it. Goes out halfway. Richmond leaves it. Godfrey has it. And the Inferno with possession. At least for a moment, Jeffries had to let it go by the stick. And they come back in. Long up the left side. Long looking for a pass. Holds. And that's taken off her stick blade for a moment. Long still with a puck. And she loses it for a moment, then gets it right back. Passes in front. Can't find Askenazy. Stays in the corner. Godfrey backs off of it. In front, Blong with it. Shot, that goes, I think, off that far post for a moment. It was a dangerous chance, but it goes behind.
Good block by Jeffries.
And Tobin flips it backwards, but gives it up. Askenazy with a backhanded shot, and it's Krushank putting a glove on it.
Well, we're certainly seeing a different team come out here in this third period, really taking it to them.
Yeah, the ice has tilted quite a bit, and well, we know, we were just talking about this off air. There's 6 on the ice. They make that change, that'll probably be their one warning on that. Malari to take this one. Shot by Pasco, and a great kick save by Krushank. And that's gonna go out of the zone. It's Gordon coming up quickly, but 1-on-3, and that's taken off her stick. And now Malari comes the other way. Malari with it on the right side, skates to the corner, looking to turn and give it up. Stays out on that right side, sends it around the boards. Horner Pasco picks it up. Horner Pasco playing it. Backhands, goes through the defense, takes a wrister in towards Malari. Malari now has it, holds it into the corner, skates away. And Tunnicliffe can't keep it in the zone. It will go for icing if they, no, it's not. It's not gonna be enough on that. What we were saying earlier was, Paul, the Auckland Steel came in on a bumpy flight today, maybe showing signs.
Yeah, that's right. They flew in earlier today. Apparently the flight wasn't a great one. Quite slow, quite long, and quite bumpy, I think their manager said. So yeah, they'll be starting to feel that, I think, as we come to into this third period.
Thomas losing it there. Shields picks it up, turns in, shot and goal! Shields takes it on her shoulders and puts one upstairs, knocks the water bottle and makes it 3-1 and a 2-goal lead again. The Auckland Steel pick up a goal.
Yeah, Hannah Shields special, really. Great shot, just off to the side from the front of the net. Excellent, bring it back up to 3-1. They'll be happy to have that 2-goal buffer, but that can go very quickly.
And there is a bit of a wait here. That's another, yes, they're getting the official warning on the bench there for not having their substitutions out on time. The referee holding the game for just a moment, but the next time that happens, that'll be a penalty. Blong has it off the face-off. Blocker save that goes up and out of play. Good save there as Krushank comes right back with a crucial save. and gets a stop in play. So the bench minor thing is once you've been given that warning, if they have a substitution problem again, they'll get a delay of game call. Face off goes the Inferno's way. Barnett gets back there, knocks it away to Keith. Keith sends it into the slot area. Keith gets it back. And the Inferno get it out of the zone. It bounces around.
Bounces off the referee.
Hart couldn't control it, comes back in for the steal. Shot, and that's a laser. Wow, Blong with a fastball right down the center of the plate, and Cruikshank with a glove save.
Yeah, absolute bullet. Absolute bullet shooting there, but Cruikshank was up to it.
Well, with 6 minutes gone, the net result is even so far, but the Inferno have shown they have a bit of an offensive spark here, Paul.
Yeah, that's right. And they're not going to give up. I mean, that's the thing with this team. None of these teams actually that play in this league are going to give up, but they're certainly not going to give up. And you'll see them fighting for every piece of possession, every shot on. So this game is absolutely not over.
Wallace gives it to Godfrey. Godfrey gets it out, and it's going to be Jonker chasing down the puck, but it's turned over to the Auckland Steel. Horner Pasco with the skating. Oh, and a good move there through Godfrey. In front, that's chopped away, goes over the net. And that's Horner Pasco doing that skating. We were talking about having the speed and the legs for the third period here. And that'll be a penalty coming up. It'll be a trip, I believe, on Tobin. Not sure, though. Let me see who that gets called on. But it'll be a 2-minute power play for the Auckland Steel. No, it'll be 69, which is Godfrey. Angela Godfrey going off for 2 minutes.
Yeah, probably not what they wanted right now, but they've done pretty well on the penalty kills thus far, so let's see what we can hold off today.
Steel get a hold of the puck after the faceoff. That's sent deep, and it's Smith catching it. And the Inferno send it the length of the ice. Gordon's going to sit there and wait on the forecheck, see where it goes. Shields leaves it behind. Hannah Shields picks it back up, passes it, Hidvegi with it on the right side, gains the zone, looking for the pass. Instead, it goes into the corner, and it's Thomas. Back. Richmond sending it forward, back to Thomas, and Smith getting a hold of it. Funny bounce, it goes to Thomas, doesn't get through as a shot. Cruikshank can't get a hold of it. And there's another one by Hidvegi, and sent away. Another good clearance by the Inferno.
And of course, when you've got a numerical advantage, 5 versus 4 here, the team with the 4 can shoot it away. There's no stoppage for icing.
But that one may go for icing, and it does indeed.
So that rule doesn't apply to the team with 5, as we're just seeing now.
Yep. So that'll come the other side of the ice, which kills a good amount of time for the Inferno. That's very beneficial. Plus, they get to change out whoever they want on the ice. It'll be Patchett, Covison, and Boniface, and Wallace.
Now, of course, the offending team in an icing aren't allowed to make any changes before the restart. So the same 5 are out there now.
Shields gets a warning on that curl. They drop the puck. And Malari with it. Skates in a circle. Hits the B button on the controller. I think that's Xbox, otherwise it's circle. Anyway, who knows? Askenazi up the right, looking for a pass. She's guarded away, still skates with it. Goes all the way around, now leaves it to Horner Pasco. Long holds, long shot. Never gets through, and that's whipped away with a backhand. And the Inferno having a fantastic penalty kill so far.
Oh, straight back into it.
And Blong comes in quickly. Blong taken off the angle there, out to Malari. Malari gives it back to Blong. Skates in, shot, and that's deflected. Went the other direction, but luckily it was off target for Cruikshank. Now Blong gets it back, penalty over. Blong walks it, takes the shot, glove save, but a big rebound goes into the wall. And now it's going to clear out. Shattuck gets rid of it to Godfrey. Godfrey dumps and chases. Inferno go for a couple of changes themselves. on the defensive side. And Strain plays on the forecheck. Giving up to Askenazy. 2-on-1, quickly a Askenazy shot, and it goes behind. The Inferno got caught on a line change there. Confusion on the bench, and it gave up an odd rush. 2-on-1 there. And now it's Murray. Murray 2-on-3. Murray takes the shot just over the corner. Stays in the zone. Sent low. Barnett picks it up. Barnett gets it to Hart. Hart flings it away. Trying to get it to Gordon, but it goes a little bit past her. Smith. 10 minutes to go here in the third period. Richmond now has it up to Murray. Murray's going to walk this in a little bit, then passes it. Shields. Shields sends it low. Thomas gives it up. And LJ Hart knocking it out to Shields. Shields coming in. Shields with a shot, low and wide off the backboard, and it's Patchett sending it out. They have to tag up here, and the Steel continue with it. Hitvegi giving it to Murray, and now the Inferno play it out for one more time. Kovison trying to pull it away. Kovison nearly takes a high stick there. Chance in front, shot, high shot, hits the glass, stays in. Barnett. And dug out. It's going to go halfway down, no icing here. It'll be collected by Rosser. And the Steel continue the offensive onslaught. The Inferno looking for any kind of countering attack, but it's Horner Pasco with it. Horner Pasco with a move, chance, shot, and she can't pull the trigger. She had that entire side of the net open to her, but it just danced away from the tape of the stick. And it's the Steel with the puck still. Wallace sends it as far as the point. Rosser keeps it in, bumps it forward. Malari sends it around. And now Godfrey gets it, sends it off the board. McLean, Ricky McLean sending it to the other side. The aforementioned Ricky McLean. She picks it up. And Askenazy trying to get through, but it's Tobin there first. Tobin passes. And that one's going to go for an ice. If it was played, no, it was not. Okay, so Tunnicliffe has it. Turned back. Tobin trying to play it. And I think that's Gordon on this one. Sending it around now. Tobin getting there first. Picked it off, but loses it. Jonker giving it up to Tobin. And it must have been Jonker on the other play. Good defense there by Smith, knocking the puck away. And a penalty coming up. That is going to be on the Steel? Yes, it is. We'll see what the call is. I'm not sure, but I want to say interference. We'll see. No, it's an illegal hit. And that is going to be Blong going off for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I missed that one as well. We might see a replay here possibly, but yes, either way, she's going to spend 2 minutes off, and it gives the Inferno a chance now. So they have the power play. They've been very, very strong on the penalty kills, so when they've been down to 4, let's see what they can do when they've got the numerical advantage.
And it'll be Neris Gordon taking this face-off against Shields. Shields does her normal turn there and wins the puck. Goes behind, and she's looking to clear it out. She gets rid of it and goes the length of the ice. Godfrey picks it up. Godfrey loses it for a moment, chops it away, now goes out to neutral at least. Shattuck throwing it in. Gordon's gonna get there first. Gordon in front, chance. Jonker can't get anything on that one, stick lifted, and it stays in the corner as they continue to play on this power play. That puck is jammed in there. There's 3 Inferno players now. Looks like a team photo over in the corner. And they get a stop in play. This is unusual. They're really not supposed to do this, but it looks like somebody was...
Oh, timeout.
Yep, timeout called, and it's going to be the Inferno taking this timeout. I think they may have found something that they're looking for. They did get a stop. So just to recap, it's 1:15 to go on this power play, just over 6.5 in the game, and the Inferno trying to overcome a 2-goal deficit to at least push this one to overtime. And yeah, the X's and O's are out.
Yeah, very unusual for it not to come out from that corner for so long. You've got to be a wee bit careful with that. If the referee determines that somebody's holding it in deliberately, they will go and take 2 minutes on the bench as well.
Well, it luckily was not the situation for either team. So it'll be Hart, Shattuck, Gordon with Godfrey and Kovacin. The roll of the dice here, I think basically 4 forwards. If you could kind of call it 5, but this is going all in for the Inferno here for the next 1:15 on the power play. It's still in the corner. Goes around and shot by Hart. Glove save. Oh, what a whipping shot that was. If Hart can shoot that quickly, that needs to happen a lot more.
Yeah, that's right. And this power play is really where Inferno need to score if they want to get back into the game, give themselves a good position for the last 6 minutes or so, 6.5 minutes.
Kovacin gets it back to Godfrey, gets it back. Low shot, no deflection. Easy kick save. A little bit of a backhanded opportunity, and then Gibson can't cover it up. And we were talking about this a little earlier off camera. If there's somebody who's very astute and has been watching Canterbury ice hockey quite a bit lately, they will notice that Alexa Gibson has been in that net before this year. We'll get back to that in just a minute. Godfrey with it. Godfrey gives it up. Hart. Pass down low. Kovacin looking for some help. Goes over a stick. Godfrey's going to hold it in. Backhands it as far as possible, but Askenazi can't play it. Passed over to Hart. Hart gives it up. Hart gets it back for a moment. Kicked around, and that's going to go out of the zone. They have to reset. Kovacin with it. 19 seconds to go on the power play. Hart brings it in, throws it deep. Some tired legs out there for the Inferno. And that's going to go the length of the ice with just a few seconds to go, so no icing here. Askenazi's going to try to get there, but it's the Inferno with it. Malari cuts it off. Askenazi cannot get there. Godfrey with a good hit there and keeps the defense away as player slides into the puck. We were just talking about covering it up. Malari trying to get rid of it. And now Blong has it to Malari. Malari taken off the puck by Godfrey. And Gordon trying to get a hold of it. Malari still with the puck. Leaves it behind. Gets it back. Takes a shot. Glove save. And some physicality right at the net there. But it is Cruikshank with a save.
Yeah, I've got to say, you probably don't really want to mess with Cruikshank. Outside of hockey, she's a black belt in both karate and taekwondo. In fact, was the recent champion about 2 years ago at the Oceania Taekwondo tournament. So, yeah, probably not the one you want to mess with.
Be nice to her. Malari wins that one. That rolls out. And a chance here for Kovacin. She's all on her own as the puck's in front. Shot. And a goal! Kovacin comes back and makes it 3-2.
Exactly what the Inferno needed.
This place is on fire right now. Kovacin goes through the line. And we're back to a one-goal game. The Steel not expecting this one, but as that puck rolled out, oh, we're just going to miss that replay. I can promise you it was a 5-hole goal.
Yeah, it was excellent. It just held on, a little bit of patience, and it would have been very easy to take the shot a little bit earlier, but she waited till the goalie committed, found the gap, and then shot it through. So, very nice goal.
Murray trying to kick that one away as we get back under action here. It's a close one, 3-2 the score. And we've got 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the third period. What I was saying earlier was it is Alexa Gibson's second game in net in this building because she played for the Botany Swarm earlier this year. Low shot, kicked away. Shields not on target. And if I'm not mistaken, she also got the win. It was a 6-4 game if memory serves. I'll check that later, but right now it's the Inferno trying to get a third goal and tie this one up here in Christchurch. Chance in front, another bouncing puck, and that one's gonna roll out. Hart on a break, 1-on-3. She gets past Cunningham for a moment, plays that into the board, and it's Blong with it. Now she gives it up to Kovison. Just scored a minute ago. She's got the hot hand. And Hart has it now. That goes around the backboards. Cunningham moving it to Tunnicliffe. Oh, and now Keith has a chance here, 2-on-1, but loses it in the skates. And Krushank has to jump on that as nobody could really get tape on that one. And it becomes a little too close for comfort. It has to get a face-off.
Yeah, that one was moving slowly, but don't be fooled. Sometimes those ones that the goalies can't quite see, and they slip under. And she managed to drop last split second, but it could have snuck through. Fortunately, it didn't.
Malari wins that one, but puck's played around, and it goes out of the zone. Shattuck's going to chase this one down with McLean. McLean gets there quickly. She's got some wheels. Corner Pasco plays it. Pass up to Malari. She's got a 2-on-1 here. Shot. And the quick shot gets knocked into the corner. Exactly what the Inferno would want. Stays in the zone. Malari still with the puck. Malari still holding it. Tries to go in front. Pass to Horner Pasco. That connection just not working at the moment. And the Inferno have a chance here. 2-on-0. Gordon. Hart has to wait at the line. Gordon with a shot. That goes to the glove, and we get a save by Gibson. 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go here in regulation. And, well, they are definitely keeping their first liners out there as long as they can. Patchett at the circle. Wins it. But it is Auckland that kind of comes away with that, more or less. Passed away. Murray's going to let that one go. Boniface getting it to Kovison. Around past Smith. It'll be Hart touching it first. And they go around to the other side once again on this near side. Thomas in front. Chance that stays outside of the glove. Goes just as far as they can get it out to the other blue line. Kovison nearly goes down for a trip there, but stayed up. It was a close one. And now Hart cuts off Hidvegi at the pass there, and it goes a long ways. Tunnicliffe waits for the icing, but can't get it from the linesman.
Some fresh legs coming on for the Inferno. I think that previous line had been on there for a good few minutes, actually.
They had been out there for a while. You are correct, Paul, and that pass goes begging as Gordon's still out there. That goes forward. They run into each other center ice, and Smith skates back for an icing call. It is just 56 seconds to go, or sorry, 57 seconds to go. And they are going to pull the goalie here. This makes sense. We're going 6 skaters for the Inferno, a 1-goal deficit. It'll be Gordon at the dot. And with just under a minute to go, the Inferno trying to push this one to overtime. Goes only as far as the blue line, passed forward, and the Inferno are gonna have to hold up Smith with it. Smith turns, gets it taken away from her. Knocked to safety. It'll be Shattuck sending it forward. Jeffries can't get to it first. Clock running here, 34 seconds to go. Blong has it. Blong with possession. Blong waiting. This is an empty net situation. Blong's getting to the blue line. Shot. She misses. Goes up and gets into the netting. 17 seconds to go.
Bit of a nail biter finish here.
It's a close one, Paul. Are they going to put Cruikshank back out? They are. As the face-off is, as part of what Blong was doing there, it didn't matter if she actually hit it. She's going to get that face-off on the wrong side of the ice if you're an Inferno fan. And they only have 17 seconds to get a goal here. Shields to take this one. The Inferno have it. Hart sends it forward into the corner. Here's the chase. Inferno have it. It's behind the net. Chance, no, it goes into the corner. And that is slung out to the middle of the ice. And the Inferno just flat out run out of time. The Auckland Steel maintain their perfect record with their 7th win of the season and take this one today 3-2 over the Canterbury Inferno.
Yeah, very tight game, and as we were saying in the break, you know, when we were about 6-7 minutes into this game, it looked like it was going to be a bit of a blowout. It was all Auckland Steel, but the Infernos, to their credit, they absolutely came back, and you'd have to say that they probably won that third period, not necessarily on the score bench, but although they did on the score bench as well, actually, but they certainly gave it absolutely everything. So really strong effort.
Yeah, I think I want to give a shout out to the coaching staff on this one, actually taking that time out a little earlier than expected, right in the middle of that power play situation. I think that really made it stopped everybody and allowed everybody to gather themselves, and they finished strong.
They certainly did,
yeah. Yeah, well, they're out for handshakes already, and boy, that was a good one today. The best part about this, Paul, is we get to see it again tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
So for those of you that have been watching online, if you are in the Christchurch area, please come out and take a look at this one live. We'll be going again tomorrow at 5 o'clock, just the same as we did today. And believe me, the weather's not going to be good for anything else, so you may as well come inside and watch some ice hockey. Before we wrap this one up, any thoughts as far as individual players that you wanted to point out? Or
well, I think there were some really good efforts across the park. I mean, you know, we saw Blong out there. She, you know, as I mentioned earlier, she's the top scorer in the season so far. She showed us why when she was out there today. On the Inferno side, you know, we had several. Millie Smith had a pretty strong game. Reese Gordon as well. She was good out there. Jeffries was all over the show, like in terms of getting to the puck on time and passing it through. So yeah, really good effort across a number of players in both teams.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to two players. First one is going to be Alexa Gibson, no doubt about it. Played a solid game in net. The other one has to be LJ Hart. It's kind of an awakening for me to see what kind of a shot she has and what she can do on the ice. And all I can say is more of it. Can't wait to see what she can come up with here, because she looks like she is really coming into her own on that. So anyway, we'll leave it there. Paul, thanks again for working with us. We're going to come back tomorrow just as strong with another game that really could be in another battle, and I'm really looking forward to it. These really feel like some of the top two teams in this league, and I don't think anybody's really given Auckland quite the scare that we saw today.
Yeah, that's right. I think we could see in that second, towards the end of that second period and into the third, what the Inferno can do, and they'll be bringing it tomorrow. They'll be bringing that right from the start. So I think we'll see another tight game tomorrow, and it's certainly not going to let Steel go home easily with a second point.
All right, for Paul Matthews, Nate, Chris, and the whole group here, I'm Matt Chavez. We will see you tomorrow. Inferno and Steel once again at 5 o'clock. Thanks, everybody.